find a book all the time. What I did then was I was carrying a book all the time. It doesn't matter if it's interesting or not, but I try as much as possible to make it interesting to myself. Hi guys, it's good to have you back here on my channel. It's your girl Faith Bob. If you're coming across this for the first time, I talk about books and reviewing books to people. I equally talk about migrating to the UK and other Western countries as a healthcare professional. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for more. So today we'll be talking about how to improve your reading skills. For many of us who have gone through the Ielts exam will understand what I'm trying to talk about. For the reading habit, you need to develop some skills that can help you achieve greater scores, but that's a topic for another day. First things first is to improve your reading habits. And how can you do that? I would share some few tips that really helped me. The first thing I did was to be intentional. For you to be able to develop a positive reading habit, you need to be intentional about it, because that way you've gotten a mindset, a positive mindset. Secondly, you need to always read. Find a book all the time. What I did then was I was carrying a book all the time. It doesn't matter if it's interesting or not, but I try as much as possible to make it interesting to myself. I was reading and always carrying a book. It doesn't matter. It could be magazine, it could be newspapers. I was doing that often, and that way I was helping myself. So thirdly is to dedicate a time. You need to dedicate a time to read. I know this is pretty hard because most of the times you're engaged in one of the things. You don't have the time to sit down and read, but 30 minutes won't hurt a day. If you can dedicate 30 minutes to read a page of a book, that way you're helping yourself. And as time goes on, you will see that you're progressing. Another thing is, if you've got kids, read books to them. You're not only helping yourself, you're helping them equally. You're helping their intellectual and your cognitive memory as well. So try as much as you can to read to your children, and it's a win. It's a double win. Another thing, find a quiet place to read. For those of us who are able to read in noisy environments, thumbs up for you. I can't do that. I would prefer to read in a quiet place. That way I'm able to assimilate whatever it is I'm reading. Another thing is you need to cut the number of time you spend on the internet and the television. As this might look funny, when you spend so much time in watching movies and playing games and browsing and all of that, you really don't get much impact in that. But when you dedicate some of those times to reading, you find out that your reading speed increases, which is one skill that you need to achieve. And then you're able to learn new words. You're learning that is a plus to your vocabulary as well. So these are the tips that helped me, and to be honest, it helped me during the Ielts exam. I was able to achieve good scores in my Ielts reading section. So guys, it's something you need to do. Find a quiet place to read, dedicate a time to that, and you need to practice. Keep practicing. If you don't practice, they say practice makes perfect, which I believe we all know that. Keep practicing and keep a positive mindset about it. That way you eventually achieve a good reading habit. So these are just a few I've mentioned. I'm pretty sure there are many. The list is endless. You can Google some of them and find out, and then help yourself. And if you're preparing for IELTS exam, you don't need to be told twice. You need to practice your reading skills. I hope this has helped one or two people just as it helped me. So see you guys in the next one.